at-fault accident, whether the cops show up or not. If you file a claim with your insurance company saying, oh, you know, I backed into my garage, oops, that's an at-fault accident. If it's under a couple grand, pay for it out of pocket, because the amount of money, the amount that your monthly insurance rate is going to go up, you'll wish that you had just paid for it out of pocket. If it doesn't have to do with anyone else, if you just accidentally did something, just pay for it.
Is it better to be married?
Yes.
I heard that.
Yes.
I've been single for a while. Nobody wants to talk about credit.
That's our pickup line. So it's funny, I actually just hired a salesperson, and we're running through some quotes, and I'm teaching him all these ins and outs, and not really tricks, but just ways that you can, you know, play around with someone's rate. And I had him quote himself by himself, and then I had him quote himself with his wife. And the price difference, it's like buy one, get one half off. It's a huge savings, whether you're married or even boyfriend and girlfriend. You know, I awkwardly ask people, so how solid is your relationship? Are you guys kind of planning for the future? And if they say yes, I say, cool, let's combine your auto insurance, because it's a huge savings. And especially if you are saving up for a house or doing whatever, that'll free up some money that you can put somewhere else. But I usually see it, even if the other person has stuff on their record, it doesn't matter. It's like buy one, get one half off. Huge savings.
Yeah.
Now, with home insurance, this is a big thing. I get people that call me all the time after I've done a mortgage for them around the year mark, and they call and say, I thought you said my mortgage payment wasn't going to go up. I thought it was a fixed rate. And I look at their property taxes, and I'm like, well, your property taxes went down. It is a fixed rate. It shouldn't adjust. Oh, insurance. So insurance does this nice thing where they give you a great rate in the beginning, and then at the 11-month mark, they run your credit again. Now, what if it is January right after Christmas, and you've maxed your credit cards out, and they're going to give you a rate for the next year? Big deal. So what happens there? When you're a broker, where a lot of people work with an individual agent, so there's some benefits with brokers?
Absolutely. So I have about 15 different companies I work with versus a Schmarmers or a Schmate Farm or a Schmall State. They only have one company they work with, and I actually used to own a farmer's agency, so I've been there. And when your rates go up, you can either make your coverage crappier, raise your deductible, and that's it. And I know because I used to be there. I was there for 2 years. And on the broker's side, you know, if travelers raise their rates, we'll just switch you over to Safeco. So it's just very convenient, and it keeps your clients happy just because you're looking out for their best interest by keeping their rates stabilized. And also, there's not really any surprises. You know, if your rate goes up 30%, which sometimes it weirdly enough does, we can say, hey, to the rescue, here's your new policy.
And she's very careful too to kind of vet out the insurance companies, because sometimes you get what you pay for. You're like, I'm only paying $2 a month, but you know,
Has
anyone
anyone
covers accidents in Mexico? So I don't know.
Has anyone seen those ads on Facebook? $29 a month for auto insurance?
Yep.
Do not click on that. If you're paying under $50 a month for auto insurance, there's probably a lot of things missing from your policy that are really scary. You know, one of the things I was going to talk about today is you really get what you pay for. You know, an average person driving an average car, whether they're a homeowner or not, it's normal to pay about $80 to $100 a month for auto insurance. Very normal. If someone comes to me and they're saying, hey, I'm paying $40 a month, can you do any better? I don't even run their numbers. I say absolutely not, and you should not be paying so low. Like, it's just, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, so you gotta, sometimes it's worth it too to pay the little extra, you know, and get the right coverage. You don't want to be, I for years worked with an insurance agent and referred a business, and you know, maybe 4 years in, I'm probably sending them 100 leads. I looked and had a crack on the windshield and looked at my insurance and was like, I don't know, windshield coverage? Like, and he goes, oh, did you want that? I'm like, oh, yeah. You know, not that big a deal, but it is a big deal when you know. Yeah. Well, anything you want to leave us with any story, anything impactful?
One thing is when you are looking at your insurance, don't just look at how much you're paying. You need to look at your coverage. If you don't know what those coverages mean, first of all, you should, because if your insurance agent is doing their job, you should know what those numbers mean, because they should have at some point explained those to you. So don't just look at the rate. For homeowners insurance too, don't just look at the rate. You need to make sure that your coverages are in place. Because if you don't have good coverages and something happens, hindsight's 20/20. You know, you can't go back and buy better insurance after the fact. There's this gentleman that I have known for about 10 years. I'm friends with on Facebook, and he was in a very bad motorcycle accident. And you know, the whole process, he was posting, you know, every other day, here's what's going on, here's what's going on, here's what's going on. And I wasn't really, you know, interjecting too much about like, hey, what was your coverage? Sensitive time, I didn't want to do that. But I saw the situation getting worse, and a broken sternum, broken shoulder, you know, arm in a sling, can't work. And it turns out that he had terrible insurance. And one day he took a picture of his medical bills. It was closing in on $300,000. So now he's having to file bankruptcy, food stamps because he can't work. I think he's sleeping on someone's couch. And this is real life. This isn't, I mean, this happened to someone that I know, and it's just, don't put yourself in that situation by trying to save $10 a month, $20. It's not worth it long term, because stuff like this does happen. It's absolutely catastrophic to your life.
Yeah, absolutely. These 7 areas. It's like before you go out and buy things that we don't need, you know, get these 7 in place. Then go have fun. Go to Disneyland. I do a lot. I mean, yeah, but you gotta have this, you know.
Get nerdy and neurotic,
Get
and
nerdy
then
at
have
Disney.
fun.
We love our Disneyland. Yes. Anyone love Disneyland? Are you guys excited? Oh, by the way, you're supposed to be drawing pictures of me. I'm just kidding. I do want you to doodle though if you feel inclined. Okay, so thanks, Charlotte. I appreciate it. Yeah, we want. I know you guys are so excited to talk to Angela about taxes. Gotta make this stuff exciting, because you know what? It can be really boring, and it's like, let's have fun. Let's have fun with it. It's the most important thing, you know, for our kids, for our hope, for us, right? Right, Angela?
It is.
And I love you because I love the taxonista, because I think I'm like a creditista.
There's a few things for sure in life, and taxes is one of them.
I love that. Tell us, what do you think are some of the best systems for people to put in place to ease their stress?
To get organized, I think around tax time is actually staying organized, keeping things in one spot.